So today I'm going to be talking about how I got into my summer of 2022 research program at the University of Florida. Throughout this video, as I share my experience, I'm also going to be giving you guys tips on how international students who are on an F1 visa in the United States can apply to summer research programs. So let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be here and I know you guys have been waiting for this video. Before I move on, I just want you all to know that if you really want to do something, stick to your passion, stick to your interests. Don't let your circumstances or things that are going on in your life change the path that you want to follow. I mean, if things end up working that you change your interest and your passions, that's fine, then go with that. The reason why I'm saying this is because in my summer of 2021, when I was transitioning from freshman year into sophomore year, I applied to only one summer program. It's called SHEPEP, S-H-E-P-E-P. It's basically a program for pre-medical students in their freshman and their junior year who want to be exposed to what medical school will look like and who want to also get shadowing hours. So I applied and guess what? Your girl got in. But literally a month before going to the program in Florida, they rejected me because I was not a US citizen. So they had to say, hey, we do not have funding for you because you're not a US citizen, so you cannot attend the program. At that point, it was already too late to apply for some other research internship programs. Because remember, this is around April. Research summer programs have already closed their application. So I had to go back to the drawing table and start all over. I ended up not being able to go to a research summer program, unfortunately, but I spent my summer on campus working with different departments on campus, and that alone exposed me to the professional side of working in the United States. I got to gain a lot of skills from the people that I worked with, and I am still grateful for that summer. However, I still had my goal. I did not change what I wanted to do. Summer of 2022, I decided to apply again, look for summer internships and do that research that I wanted to do the previous year. So most of you are probably like, Tafadzwa, get to it. What did you do? Okay, so here's what I did. I went online and then I typed summer research programs for international students. And guess what? I saw a lot of things pop up and I could not decide which one was really what I was looking for. It was very broad and I decided to narrow my search to something that was very specific to what I was looking for. One, I was looking for a lab at a medical school that I planned to attend after my undergraduate program. Two, I was looking for research that accepted international students because I was not trying to do the same mistake that we had done the year before. So if you have done mistakes like that of applying to programs that do not accept international students and then end up not attending the programs, it's not the end of your life. It's not the end of your dreams. Continue to do what you want to do and apply for those programs. So then I tried to narrow down my search, but it still did not work. And I remembered that in my freshman year of honors college, I had received a link to this website that my school has. It's literally called REU and Co-op Research Internships. That website had over 100 schools. Some of them are medical schools, but some of them are not medical schools. However, they all had opportunities for students in their undergraduate program to do research. I went through these schools one by one. To say that this was tiring is an understatement. It was exhausting. It was sometimes demotivating, but I kept on going through the schools one by one, from A to Z. At some point, I would start from Z and go all the way up, and sometimes I'll start from A and go the way down. So I went through all these summer programs, and I was able to read what these programs were really doing, the opportunities that they have for students, and I decided to narrow down the list because I was not going to apply to 100 schools. Remember that when you are applying for internship programs, you have to put in essays, maybe a personal statement. You need to have letters of recommendation from your professors or from people that you have worked with. You also need to have a lot of activities, so you put in an activities list. So you really have to be mindful of the number of schools that you apply to when you're trying to get into research. So I narrowed down the list to internships that were paying students because again, I do love to do volunteer work, but during the summer I was looking for something that was going to pay me. And then I also narrowed the list to research that was only in the lab. So here we call it wet lab. It's where you're working in the lab and away from patients. You're kind of working behind the scenes. You're doing all the experiments. You're learning the technical part of being a researcher. So that's what I did, and I narrowed down my list to 11 schools. Old-fashioned me, literally a year ago, summer of 2022, actually before summer of 2022, so let's just say December of 2021, I used to write in my diary. So my list of the 11 schools is literally right here in my diary. I wish I could show it to you guys, but I'm just gonna read it to you guys so that you know the programs that I applied to. And if you want to apply to the programs, go ahead and do so. So I applied to Harvard Stem Cell, Yale Urology, Southern California Keck School of Medicine. They have a program that is called Bridging TG. Check that out. It's a pretty amazing program. I applied to SRP Aging Diseases, MIT Neuroscience, University of Florida College of Medicine Neuroscience, Pharmacology at Case Western. I applied to UNICEF, Duke, RIU, SERP, CTY at Johns Hopkins, and then the last one, a program at Duquesne University. It's called SIRCLE, SIRCLE. I applied to those 11 programs because they were matching what I was looking for: biomedical or pre-medical research, specifically if it had anything to do with oncology, because I really love oncology research and it's something that I intend to do in the future. So fast forward to what happened when I applied to this. Just so you know, when you apply to these schools, don't expect to get into all of them. If you do, that's amazing. Thumbs up, and I'll be so proud of you. But if you don't get into all of them, it's okay. All you need is one acceptance and you're good. Then you get to do research. My own experience was a little bit different because I have it right here. I didn't hear back from one of the programs at Duke. They didn't say anything, and I did my research and realized that they had cancelled the program. So you have to do your research after you've applied. You still need to go to the websites and check out if these programs are still going on for the time you are planning to join them. If they've been cancelled, then you know that, okay, you should not expect to hear back from these schools. I was then rejected by 6 of these programs, and then I withdrew my application from 1, which was the one that I did at UNICEF. I got waitlisted by 1 school, Yale Urology. Yale Urology is the department, but then the program that I was going to do there was research about the kidney and the urinary system. I was so excited about this program, but I was waitlisted and then never heard back. And then I was accepted into 3 programs: University of Florida, Johns Hopkins, and Southern California. Now, when you're accepted into a number of programs, you have to be very skillful in how you're going to choose. Again, look for what you want to do. Don't change because of circumstances or because of the name of the school, okay? So from these programs, the one at Southern California was only for 8 weeks. I was looking for something that was a little bit longer than that, 10 weeks. So I ended up not taking the offer. The one at Johns Hopkins was more of a teaching position, so like working during the summer, teaching at a summer camp. And that's not what I was looking for. I really wanted to just do research. And then the other one that I ended up choosing was the program at the University of Florida College of Medicine. It's called Summer Microbiology Intern Research, SMIR, something like that. Okay guys, if I messed it up, if you go and write SMIR University of Florida College of Medicine, you will see it up, and the application is probably going to be open sometime soon around November or December, so check it out if you're interested. I spent my summer there working on gamma herpes viruses, which really cause cancer. Again, it's oncology research. So that's a wrap up of how I got into my summer program at the University of Florida. Was I interviewed by these programs before they accepted me? Yes. University of Florida interviewed me. Southern California did not, they just accepted me. Johns Hopkins interviewed me, and I enjoyed these interviews. I'll probably post another video to talk about tips when you're doing interviews. So if you are to remember anything at all, anything from this video, 1 is stick to what you want to do. 2 is when you're doing research during the summer, you need to make sure that you're doing exactly what you're interested in. If not, it's okay to explore. When you're searching for these programs online, try your best to narrow down your search. Try your best to stick to specific things. Do they accept international students or not? Is it paid or not? Is it wet lab research? Is it translational research? Is it clinical research? Look for that, and it will help you narrow down your list to the specific ones. And lastly, don't be disheartened. Hard work pays. So if you have to go through hundreds of schools just to figure out the one school that you have to apply to, then do it because it's worth it. One link that I used to go through all these schools, I'll put it in the description box. So go down below, check out the link and see if there are any schools that match your interest and that are doing the research that you're looking for. Good luck if you're applying. I wish you guys all the best. Don't forget to share your successes with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time.